Hi, it's Karen Chittister here back with Karen Codes, and we're on Java Basics Part 3. And we're just playing around with the different primitive types that are available in Java. And we're going to call our first one is old, and we're going to give it a value of false. And so every type or class or object you declare needs a type and a name. So for Boolean, that's the type, and the name is old. And for byte, we're going to do a number, and we're going to call it 123. It's an 8-bit integral value. And a short is a 16-bit integral value. And we're going to call it number 1, and we're going to call it 234. An integer is a 32-bit integral value, and we're going to call it 345. And a long is a 64-bit integral value, and we're going to call it 456. And really these numbers would be longer, but for illustration purposes, this is what we're doing. And then float will be number 4. We can't call all these the same value. We can't call them all num because it'll confuse the compiler and it won't know what to refer to. So for float, actually, we're going to go back to 123, and then we're going to do 0.45. And we have to put an F at the end so the compiler knows it's a float. And then double looks a lot like float, but it doesn't need the F at the end. But every single one of these lines does need a semicolon. And that's something beginning programmers sometimes miss. So I'm just letting you know. And then char is basically any character, and right now none of these variables are being used or referenced in any way, and so we get a yellow squiggly line warning us that hey, you've got some unused things here, but we're about to use them, so don't worry about it. So we're going to type sys out as a shortcut and then control spacebar, and we've got our print line, and we're going to just print one thing at a time. We're going to try print we're going to print is old, excuse me, and we get false, which is what we already had in the console. But we're going to just copy and paste this line several times. There are better ways to do this, but we're going to be fast here. And so instead of printing is old over and over again, we're going to print num, and then we're going to print num1, and then num2. Yeah, we're going to go through and print each one. And let's see. And see how it got rid of those yellow squigglies. And then we'll just do num4 and 5. And then we'll finish off with char. And let's see. I'm just copying and pasting. Control-C, Control-V works really well. And last one is char. All right. And you actually, well, we'll just do this for now. Okay, so I'm going to save this and run it. And here's what you get. Now I want you to play around with this a little bit. So I want you to either change some of these values to something else, or simply come down here and we're going to add in something besides is old. We're going to say Harry, and then it'll print whether I'm going to say Harry is old, and it'll be like true or false. And then, you know, make up some kind of label for each one, and it can be whatever you want, be creative, and then have it output to the screen. So I'm going to have you pause the video, play around with the print line statements, and then come right back, and we'll see what I did with it. Okay, welcome back. How did you do on your little experiment? I added labels to all of mine, and I got byte, short, int, long, float, double, and char. If you forgot a space before the quotation mark, then things kind of blended to each other. But I hope you will have some fun just kind of playing around with the print line, just see what it does. This is what shows up on your console. It's not something that'll show in the program that an actual user would encounter. So you can just put whatever you want. Have fun with it. And in our next video, we're going to move on. I'm going to show you a shortcut version to do this. And then we're going to hopefully get enough time to get up to person. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.